Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Paul Burrell, former royal butler to Princess Diana, wants to make sure we don't ever run out of things to talk about. Paul is set to reignite controversy this autumn with the release of a new memoir titled The Royal Insider, due out in September. The book promises to deliver what publishers are calling a deeply personal and intimate account of Burrell's life behind palace walls. While Burrell previously penned the best-selling A Royal Duty in 2003, a memoir that deeply angered the royal family and prompted a rare joint statement from Princes William and Harry, this new volume is said to go even further, offering fresh insights into Diana's private world, the breakdown of her marriage to Prince Charles, and Burrell's complex relationship with the young princes as they grew up. I am an ordinary man, but have had an extraordinary life, Burrell said in a statement ahead of the book's release. At this stage of my life, it feels like the right time to reflect and open up about my story. It is my privilege to share it with you. The book has been described by its publisher as an emotional roller coaster and is expected to include additional revelations not covered in his earlier works or television appearances. The Royal Insider will no doubt be met with scrutiny. Burrell's first memoir, released 6 years after Diana's death, triggered fury at Clarence House. At the time, Princes William and Harry accused Burrell of betraying their mother's memory. In a joint statement issued in 2003, they said, "We cannot believe that Paul, who was entrusted with so much, could abuse his position in such a cold and overt betrayal. It was not only deeply painful for the two of us, but also for everyone else affected, and it would mortify our mother if she were alive today." Despite their pleas, A Royal Duty was published and went on to become a bestseller. Since then, Burrell's relationship with the royal family has reportedly been one of lasting mistrust. There has been no public comment from Buckingham Palace or Clarence House regarding the upcoming memoir, but with the release date set for September, just weeks after what would have been Diana's 64th birthday, the book is likely to spark headlines, debate, and renewed interest in one of the monarchy's most polarizing insiders. We'll take the extra downloads. Thanks, Paul. The Mirror seems to think David Beckham is turning into King Charles. Observers now suggest Beckham may be gently morphing into King Charles himself, sartorially and socially, as he deepens ties with the monarchy and perhaps positions himself even closer to that long-elusive knighthood. The latest chapter in this regal metamorphosis unfolded at the Chelsea Flower Show, where Beckham and the King were seen chuckling side by side in near-identical outfits, double-breasted summer jackets, subtle ties and matching floral accents, including the King's rose tucked in David's lapel. It was a scene that prompted more than a few raised eyebrows, and not just because of the coordinating ensembles. Body language expert Judy James noted, "David seems to have changed his entire body shape and size to look like a regal match." She pointed out the footballer's newly acquired royal mannerisms, a hand behind the back here, a lowered stance there, nod, a chuckle, a softened eye smile. He's even acquired the raised brows and jutting lower lip smile that is Charles' signature look, she said. The two men now ping the facial expression back at one another. The visual evidence spans years, from their first meeting at Party in the Park in 2000, where Beckham was every inch the trendy sports star and Charles, then Prince of Wales, was immaculately traditional, to recent appearances at Highgrove and royal engagements where the two now seem to move, smile and dress in striking harmony. Beckham's transformation has gone far beyond clothing. Judy calls his body language conscious, deliberate mirroring, a hallmark of those who are, she says, making a very strong effort to move in royal circles. In one instance, during a Highgrove dinner this year with Victoria Beckham by his side, David was seen leaning in close, eye-smiling with nearly theatrical warmth and adopting a clasped hands posture reminiscent of the King's own gestures. The fashion shift from flashy designer cuts and avant-garde hairstyles to heritage tailoring and pastel linens hasn't gone unnoticed either. Beckham, once the poster boy for modern metrosexual style, now regularly steps out in cuts straight from Charles' long-established wardrobe playbook. His preference for sober, double-breasted suits, brogues, and even earthy tweeds suggests the East End lad has embraced his inner Gloucestershire squire. It's all coincided, of course, with Beckham being named an ambassador for the King's Foundation, a formal link that had seen him champion causes close to Charles's heart, such as traditional crafts and sustainable farming. The gesture was considered a significant royal endorsement and one that may well bring him closer to the honour he's long been tipped for, a knighthood. And yet, beneath all the soft tailoring and royal postures, Beckham remains charmingly self-aware. There's no indication he takes any of this too seriously. He simply seems to understand the value of respect, tradition, and aligning oneself with power without overstepping. As Judy James concludes, the phrase, "bend it like Beckham," could now apply to his body language and style rather than just his football skills. Whether by strategy or instinct, David Beckham has become the king's most stylish shadow, and in doing so, may well be securing his place in Britain's ceremonial future. Perhaps David will begin using a walking stick. Royal watchers were quick to note the new accessory during His Majesty's recent public appearances, a walking stick. The 76-year-old monarch was seen using one at both the Royal Windsor Horse Show and the RHS Chelsea Flower Show this week, prompting a flurry of speculation about his mobility and health. But despite the visual parallels with his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, who used a cane more regularly in her final years, sources close to the palace have downplayed any health concerns. According to Hello, the King's walking stick is not a mobility aid, but rather a traditional countryside accessory favoured for both style and symbolism. At Windsor, the King carried an ornate stick with a curled handle. For the Chelsea Flower Show, he opted for something more rustic, a stick carved from a tree branch, a subtle nod perhaps to his lifelong commitment to the environment and the natural world. It's not the first time Charles has been spotted with a walking stick. Photographs from as far back as 1998 show the King, then Prince of Wales, using similar sticks at various rural and equestrian events. In each case, the stick was chest high, taller than a medical walking aid and consistent with traditional country style. As experts at the Blue Badge Company explained, walking sticks meant for support should align with the wrist bone, not the chest. Anything taller is likely used for balance, posture, or, as in this case, sheer aesthetic. So while fans might worry the stick signals declining mobility, the evidence suggests otherwise. As one observer put it, the King was suave and sprightly at both events, chatting with Prince Edward and Windsor and enjoying a lively exchange with David Beckham at Chelsea. In short, the King's walking stick may turn heads, but for now, it's more sartorial than surgical. More Palace in just a moment. Princess Eugenie brought elegance and charm to Buckingham Palace on Tuesday as she joined senior royals for a garden party, though royal fans quickly noted a minor wardrobe malfunction. Dressed in a chic navy and white polka dot Evie dress by Rixo that will run you £345, Eugenie accessorized with a matching merino hat by Emily London, a mere £1,500, Jimmy Choo's Romy 85 suede heels, just $650, and a Fendi Peekaboo ICU handbag for only £4,050. Her jewellery included a striking pair of sapphire and diamond drop earrings by Garrard, valued at £19,500. With her auburn hair styled in soft waves and the glowing makeup look featuring bronzed smoky eye, the Princess of York was widely praised for her ensemble. However, from certain angles, her undergarments were faintly visible through the dress, a subtle fashion misstep that didn't go unnoticed by observant royal watchers. One social media user wrote, "Beautiful look from head to toe. The only misstep is seeing her bra, but the outfit is fabulous." And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice, and leave us a nice review if you're enjoying the show. We also have a new show out called Did He Do It? And it's following the case of Sean Diddy Combs in New York City for sex and racketeering. And check it out wherever you get your podcasts. It's called Did He Do It? I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.